Test, test. Welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. As always, your host Biro. Oh man, loving the long hair. Let's not forget Evo Retro. You got game protectors, you got Funko Pop protectors. I talk about their accessories every week. The gaming merch, I talk about all of it. Kind of could use that nice warm hoodie that I got from them. But gotta check them out. Gotta see what they're all about. And don't forget to like and subscribe to all our outlets. So let's just throw those up here. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And of course, any sports questions, we're here for you at pyrosportstalk@gmail.com. How does it go? So, we are in probably one of my favorite weeks right now. Coming up. Favorite month. Yes, my brother's birthday's this month. That's always a thing. Let's get it right, strictly. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. March Madness. You know what it is. So, favorite time of year. And, I've been rushing through it a lot. But right now, there should be, some tournament games and some closing regular season games for college basketball. So, right now, there's a quarterfinal for the Patriot League. And we got some final regular season games for the bigger leagues. Let's just go dive right on into what matters most to a lot of people, the tournament bubble watch. So in the bubble watch, according to ESPN, John Gasaway, just so we have the reference. In the ACC, they have Duke guaranteed lock. Wake Forest is a should be in. Work to do, I see Notre Dame, North Carolina, Miami, and Virginia Tech. Out of those, I could see two of them for sure, but this would be a very low year for the ACC. Not going to lie. What's up, sports gaming franchise? What's up? Glad to see you're here. You got to talk sports with your sports guys, But as we're saying this, let's go right ahead and continue right on with the Big 12. So the Big 12, right now the locks are the Kansas. There's Baylor, Texas Tech, and Texas. Should be in right now, according to Gasaway, is Iowa State and TCU. He thinks TCU should be in. They do have home wins over Texas Tech and Kansas, which Very, very solid wins there. And these are all updated 2 days ago. Oklahoma has work to do. Usually a team that gets in, they're just not finishing strong. I know they're 7-11, they're 16-14. So Oklahoma probably will miss it. After the Big 12, of course, there's the Big East. I'm just going to keep trying to get through these because there's a lot of these. So Villanova, Providence, UConn, locks in the Big East. Should be in Seton Hall, Marquette. Both teams I do see getting in pretty easily. Work to do. I know Xavier has fallen off their rung, but they do have a win over Ohio State and UConn. But with Ohio State kind of falling off here of late, you will see that win might not get as much pull as it once was. Creighton, should be in for a long time, and work to do for a long time. Not should be in, work to do. But man, they are right there. They've always been right there. They're always on the bubble. Of course, you got your Big Ten. You got your Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio State, Iowa. Michigan State is a should be in, work to do. You got Michigan, who's now playing without their head coach for the regular season. Rutgers, who has bounced between should be and work to do. Oh, stuck in the ads, man. Everyone's letting me hear it. I was going to say, Chronic is supposed to help me with that, and he's yet to help me with that. But I haven't really sports talk shows got to stick together and brainstorm together. But anyways, you got Rutgers, of course. You got Indiana. That's about it. I mean, out of those three, I do see Rutgers. Michigan. It'll be interesting to see if Michigan makes it. But Indiana has just fallen off. They're 2-6 in February, which is just awful, man. You can't be 2-6 in February if you want to make it to March. Pac-12, Arizona, UCLA, USC. You got it. Talking college basketball, yes, that's right. March Madness. Favorite time of year. But we don't just talk about college basketball. I mean, normally it's NFL because that was a big topic, of course, usually. We talk a little bit of NBA. We talk about a little bit of everything. Arkansas is red hot, bro. Yeah, we're not quite to the SEC yet, but we will get there. Right now I'm just going through the bubble watch according to this ESPN writer, Gassaway. John Gassaway. There we go. But as we were in the Pac-12, Oregon has got work to do, but you got Arizona, UCLA, and USC as locks. In the SEC, your locks: Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, LSU. The aforementioned Arkansas, who are red hot. Work to do, though. You got Florida, Texas A&M. Florida, man, they were what was Florida exact? Like, there's something they were doing recently. Game winner. That's right. Then Fleming hit what turned out to be a game-winning three with 6 seconds left. That's right. And that was a road game at Vandy, so all interesting. I wish I could watch more college basketball. You just got to pull it up. It's always on. For example, right now you got tons of teams online right now. Or online. playing right now. You got Ohio State, Michigan State, you got Houston Temple, you got Illinois, Penn State, Kansas, TCU, Arizona, Stanford, Iowa, Michigan. And of course, if you have the sports packages, or say ESPN Plus, you get all the other Division One games. Lot smaller schools. You get some quarterfinal games right now in the Horizon League. The Patriot League is also in the quarterfinals of theirs. The Atlantic Suns in the quarterfinals. There's a lot of games to watch right now. The Missouri Valley Conference are in the first round of their tournament. Sun Belt's first round. I thought it said quarterfinals, but it looks like first round. But yeah, I mean, this is the week. It starts. Even the West Coast Conference starts their first round. But yeah, this is the week. It starts pretty much kind of today and goes into next Sunday, I believe. The 13th. That is not what I clicked. I clicked the 13th. Yep. Give me the 13th, and it won't give me the 13th. It will give me... Yeah, it's just not giving me what I want. That's all right. But, lots of college basketball going on. But back to these locks and bubble teams. In the American, we got Houston as a lock. Work to do Memphis. Memphis is a very interesting team. I say that because they always are ranked very, very high. But they always seem to barely get in. And SMU is another team that's playing very well. Looks to get in, but they need something to guarantee them in. Some other teams that are locks and so forth. You got Gonzaga, St. Mary's, Murray State. Guaranteed locks. Should be in Boise State, which I do expect to make it. Colorado State, I also expect to make it. Davidson should be in as well. Work to do, you got North Texas, Wyoming, San Diego, and San Francisco. Loyola Chicago, they've fallen off a little bit, but a lot of people are still high on them. BYU has had kind of a up and down season as well. Some very, very highs and some lows. So VCU, Dayton, Iona, South Dakota State is the last one, which I would be surprised if South Dakota State doesn't make it. They're a talented team that honestly should make it. So where does this leave us? Murray State is close to me. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. They're always usually pretty good too, Murray State. But here we go. So, what does this entail? What does this look like right now? We usually, when we talk about college basketball the last few weeks, we talked about what teams to look for in each conference, basically. So we'll start with the Atlantic Sun. Again, going alphabetical downwards. You got Liberty, you got Jacksonville State. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset here because you got Florida Gulf Coast, who's usually okay. And you got some other teams that have down years but usually end up playing. In the American East, I expect Vermont, if you want another team to look at. UMBC, the underdogs of a few years back. They're sitting there at 2. The AAC, the American Athletic Conference, You got Houston, SMU, and Memphis are right there, your bubble teams. Really, for anyone else, you got to win this tournament. Atlantic 10, you got Davidson, of course, at 25-4, 15-2. VCU doing very well. Dayton doing very well. Those three I could see in. St. Bonaventure I could see sliding in too. After that, you got to win. ACC, you got Duke number 1. Notre Dame 2. Tied with the Tar Heels. North Carolina, Miami 3. Wake Forest 4. Well, 5. Miami 4. But from there, you got double-digit losses. Probably seeing some NIT. Oh, man. CIT, etc. 45 minutes from you. Man, that's really close to Murray State. As for the Big 12, you got your Baylor, you got your Kansas, you got your Texas Tech, you got Texas. TCU, if they play their cards right, maybe get another upset. I see them getting in pretty easily. After that, though, I don't understand the Iowa State reference because they're 20-10, yes, but they're 7-10 in conference, which is pretty bad. You don't normally see bad conference team make it. In the Big East, of course. Nice. In the Big East, of course, you got Providence, Villanova, UConn. Creighton's got a great record. Seton Hall's got a decent record. And even Marquette's got a decent record. After that, you're kind of falling off the wagon. Marquette, however, at 18-11 will probably have to definitely work in this tournament. Get a couple wins against the better teams. The Big Sky, you're looking at Montana, Weber State. You're probably looking at those two specific teams. There's Southern Utah, Northern Colorado, but Weber State is usually the team that squeaks out in the end, or Montana State. Your Big South teams, you got Winthrop, usually the favorite to win the conference. Longwood Lancers, 15-1 in conference, 23-6. I'm going to see who they lost to because that's kind of intriguing. Don't be surprised if Gardner-Webb also has a good showing. Just saying, though, Longwood would be an interesting one because they're just not a team you expect. Because, like I said, usually Winthrop wins this Big South. You usually see Winthrop go on and upset someone. Oh, was it? Ooh, they lost to NC A&T? Yeah, North Carolina A&T with the upset. 8-point win over the Lancers of Longwood. Gotta like that for them. Big Ten, you got Wisconsin, Illinois, Purdue, Iowa, Ohio State. I do see Rutgers. I do see Michigan State. I mean, Michigan, I think, will have to do pretty well in the tournament. And, of course, you got Indiana, not very good with the record in conference, but a good tournament run could also help them out. Big West, Long Beach State, California State University, Fullerton. I'll even throw Hawaii and, of course, UC Irvine because I always see UC Irvine in the top of the rankings. So look for those 4 teams in the Big West. The CAA, or the Colonial Athletic Association. You got Towson. You got UNC Wilmington. Hofstra's one to look at. But probably after that, yes, you got Delaware and Drexel. But those top three, Hofstra, UNC Wilmington, Towson. Those are the three to look at. Conference USA is just not the same. I said that the other weeks as well. You got Middle Tennessee State. You got North Texas. North Texas more than likely will win it. The Mean Green, 22-4, 15-1 in conference. But you also, of course, got the Blue Raiders. You got UAB Blazers. But I expect more from North Texas. North Texas with a close loss to Buffalo, close loss to Miami. Not a bad loss to Kansas, but a loss to UAB. So, UAB ready to strike if need be. The horizon, one of these quarterfinals. You got Cleveland State, you got Purdue, Fort Wayne, you got Northern Kentucky, you got Wright State. Those four, once again, probably the ones to look for. Oakland usually has good runs. Detroit usually plays well in the league, but usually falls short in tournament. So take that as you may. In the Ivy League, I can't remember if they're playing the tournament this time around or not. Let's see, that's 2 days from now. Okay, that's what I needed to know. I can't remember if the Ivy League... I'm looking this up because I know the Ivy League has talked about actual tournaments, which looks like that's exactly what they're doing. They are going to have a small tournament. Okay. So normally the Ivy League top team, which this year would be Princeton right now, would automatically get in. They're going to play a short top 4 teams tournament. If we're looking at it right now, you got Princeton, Yale, Penn, and Cornell. If Cornell loses another game and one of these three, Harvard, Brown, Dartmouth, win, you'll probably see that team squeeze in the 4th. But the teams, well, the team to really watch is Princeton. Yale would be a close second. And by close, they gotta still upset Princeton. The MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Iona, they're traditionally good. 24-5 this year, 16-2. Siena could possibly do something they are traditionally known to. Monmouth as well, St. Peter's as well. Let those teams be known as we continue. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. Sports Gaming Franchise, thank you for the follow. Strictly being the moderator. It's always great seeing you guys here, not gonna lie. Let's keep looking. What do we got? We got the Mac. Oh, the Mac. Let me tell you about the Mac and how upset I am with it. So, why I'm upset? I'm upset because OU was playing so good and they've lost 2 straight. They lost to Bowling Green and they lost to Kent, right? Nope, Akron. They did lose to Kent, but they also lost to Akron. And they can't seem to beat Toledo. Otherwise, their only losses are Kentucky and LSU. But boy, have the mighty fallen. Close loss to Bowling Green. Kind of close loss to Akron. Just the defense hasn't been there those 2 nights. They're usually a pretty decent defensive team. Kent, though, on an 11-game winning streak, hot at the right time. Being the third team just means they have to play an extra game than if they were 1 or 2. But talking about this, you got Toledo, you got Kent, you got Ohio. I'll throw in Akron, throw in Buffalo, but the top 3 are the 3 to worry about: Toledo, Kent, and Ohio. The MEAC, the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, Norfolk State, that's probably the team you're going to see. 20-6, 11-2 in conference. Usually the team you see come out of the MEAC. Just to throw it out there because I'm curious who they lost to in conference. Looking at NC Central and Morgan State. Both about middle of the pack teams. But like I said, Norfolk, probably the team to do it. Probably going to win, probably going to make it. Missouri Valley, you got Northern Iowa, very good team usually. You got Missouri State and Drake, teams that are up and down, but not bad. And then you got everyone's favorite little mid-major, Loyola Chicago. Team that's been having recent success. They're 13-5, just like Drake and Missouri State. But they still could easily beat Bradley. Trying to see actually who's on the roster for Loyola Chicago. They do have a lot of seniors who have a lot of experience. Not a bad, they got decent classes behind them, not going to lie, but a big senior class that'll be hard to replace. Anyways, Mountain West. Man, this is going to take the whole show, which is kind of the idea with March Madness. Mountain West, you got Boise, of course. You got Colorado State, San Diego, and Wyoming. I do see all 4 teams making it to the tournament in some capacity. I do think Boise's the team to really see win this. But all 4 very good teams. UNLV could be a surprise, but I doubt it. Fresno's not bad, but probably still looking at a CIT or a lower tournament. Northeast Conference. Bryant, probably the team you're going to see. Usually it's a random team that makes it out, like Wagner could make it out. But Bryant, Wagner, those are the 2 I would recommend making out of the NEC. Let's see. Ohio Valley Conference, speaking of, with sports gaming franchise, Murray State, number 1, more than likely going to win it. If I had to say there was teams with a chance, I would say Belmont, because Belmont always has a chance. And Morehead State has a chance, but it's more unlikely than any other. Belmont, though, for some reason, just always seems to be right there. And just because I'm curious, Belmont, yeah, I know they lost to Ohio, lost to LSU, close loss to Dayton, lost to Murray State twice, and lost to Morehead State. Yep, there you go. Beat Morehead State as well. Morehead State losing more games. If we're looking at the ranked Murray State, Auburn, East Tennessee State, who was good not too long ago, but I don't think they made tournament then, if I remember right. So, Pac-12, Arizona, USC, UCLA. I'll throw in Oregon. I don't think Colorado, even though I would like to see Colorado make it. After that, gotta win the tourney. Patriot League, sadly, my favorite team to pick in NCAA basketball video games. Holy Cross, not going to be there. Colgate is your team. Navy, Boston U probably could pull it off, but Colgate is the team to look at. SEC will go Auburn, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. There's some other teams there that could make it. They're right there on the cusp, but I do think having a strong tournament will help them out. Southern Conference, you got Chattanooga. Watch for Foreman, watch for Woolford. I'll even throw in Samford just because they're right there with Woolford. Southland, you got New Orleans and Nichols. And that's about all I'm going to give you. I don't think anyone else will really compete. Maybe Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, but they didn't do so well in conference this year. So the Southwestern Athletic Conference, you got Alcorn State, Texas Southern, and I'll throw in Florida A&M. You're probably seeing a 16 seed from this conference. Just looking at their overalls, Southern probably has the best chance to win it, even though they're third. Summit League, you got South Dakota State. I think they're going to get it. North Dakota State Bison, sorry. Could be competitive. Same with Oral Roberts. I think they can be competitive. After that, probably not. Your Sun Belt, which another one that's getting started. Got Texas State. Got Appalachian State. Georgia State. I'll even throw in Troy. Those are your four to keep an eye out on. And of course, we got two more. West Coast Conference, Gonzaga, St. Mary's are ranked. More than likely Gonzaga will win, but there's always St. Mary's who upset them. Got Santa Clara, you got San Fran, and you got BYU. But Gonzaga more than likely wins it. The WAC, you got a three-way tie right now at the top. New Mexico State, Seattle U, Stephen F. Austin. Got Grand Canyon, Sam Houston, Utah Valley, Abilene Christian. If I had to pick one team, it will be Stephen F. Austin. They always seem to win at this time of year for them. So what I'll do is on the Facebook page, as I left these up there, I'll post on the Facebook page who I think will win each conference's tourney, who I think will be the automatic bid. Feel free to fill one out yourself. For comparison reasons, I'll throw it out there as well. We'll see who gets most right. Of course, we're going to do brackets for the page once they're set. But otherwise, that is the show today. It's about the 30 minutes we normally aim for. It's about normal. If you haven't already, definitely got to look at Evo Retro. I know we will look at all different things, especially these ads, man. I've been told over and over again these ads are killer, so I'll have to look into that. Looking into getting emotes soon. Just got to get time, man. That's my biggest issue, time. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you like the new shelving behind me. They're a little high, I noticed, but that's okay. And I will see you guys next time, which will be this weekend for another gaming edition. Call me tomorrow to fix ads. Dude, I think I can fix the ads. Let me fix the... I will see if I can fix the ads myself first. I'd rather you get healthy and feel better, Chronic. Anyways, I will see you this weekend for a gaming stream. Don't know if it will be retro. Don't know if it's going to be sports, but we'll see. See you then.